Page 150. Listening for Main Ideas. Part 1.
Many employees can assume that they're being watched while they work during the day. The majority of U.S. companies keep watch on their workers with video cameras, tape recorders, computer surveillance. Most employers insist that these are legitimate and even necessary business practices, but as NPR's Elaine Corey reports, many attorneys are arguing that employees do not give up their privacy rights when they show up for work.
If you send personal email on your office computer, there's a good chance the boss is keeping an eye on you. In a new survey of more than 900 major U.S. companies, nearly two-thirds of them acknowledged using a range of surveillance methods to monitor their employees. Eric Greenberg directed the survey for the American Management Association.
Employees should know that any employee at any time may be under watch, and that any employee's communications, be they on the phone or via the Internet, may be subject to review.
Greenberg issues that warning, but some employers do not. In what he calls the most worrisome finding of the survey, up to a quarter of the companies that monitor their workforce do it secretly, and the practice is on the rise. According to the ACLU Workplace Rights Project, the number of employees being monitored has doubled in the last 5 years. What's driving this increase? Partly it's competition. If everyone else in an industry is keeping tabs on their workers, there's pressure to join in. But to a large extent, companies have stepped up monitoring simply because it could be done, cheaply and efficiently. Yet Greenberg says even as surveillance becomes more widespread, there's nothing sinister about the practice itself.
When you read data like this, there's a certain tendency to do a Big Brother metaphor. Big Brother is watching and whatever. But really, I think that's a cheap shot. What we're talking about, for the most part, are very legitimate forms of performance monitoring.
Greenberg says employers have a right to know how equipment they provide is being used on the job, if rules are being obeyed, if employees are getting the job done. That helps explain why banks routinely tape customer service calls and why the U.S. Postal Service is testing a satellite system to track how long it takes to get the mail delivered.